Okay, so you want to do it by their level of engagement, right? So like if I go into automations and I type in, I don't know if you guys have this set up yet or not, but you want to set up these, they're called engagement tagging. You just go to
Okay.
create an automation, and then like in the template box, put in engagement, and you'll see part 1 and part 2. So you want to make sure you set up both part 1 and part 2. They work together. So I'll show you both of them. And I'll just like simplify it as much as possible. So basically, anytime somebody, shoot, it's going back. One moment. So anytime somebody takes one of these actions, so let's say they visit my website, and I have plenty of websites, as you can see, a lot of different domains. So anytime they subscribe to my list for the first time, anytime they visit one of my sites, or anytime that they like take any kind of action that shows they're alive and they're awake, like reading the email, clicking a link. This is like something with my sales team, anytime they forward or share an email, but it's pretty much anytime they visit your site, anytime they open an email, anytime they click a link, what you want to do is it puts them into part 1, or it takes them out of part 1 and puts them back in. So like it's a little bit confusing, but the reason it does that is that's like a reset, because what this is pretty much like, these are just tags. Again, I'm trying to simplify this, but if you add up the days here, 21, 67, 97, so basically 100. So for me, this is a 100-day automation. And anytime somebody opens email, clicks a link, visits the website, it resets them back at the top. So if they go 100 days without taking any of those engagements, they get unsubscribed from all my lists, because if somebody doesn't do anything in over 3 months, you want to stop emailing them, because there's just more harm than good that's going to come from that, because a lot of old accounts get turned into something called spam traps. So if you have like an old Gmail account that hasn't opened in over 6 months, sometimes Gmail will take that and it'll kind of turn it into what's called a spam trap. And anybody who emails that, Gmail knows like, hey, you're not supposed to email old accounts. So if you email it, they can punish you for that. Additionally, it's just going to hurt your open rates if you're sending to those really old accounts. So usually like 60 to 100 days is kind of the range. You just have to test it out and see what works. But I do it based on engagement, not necessarily what they bought. Because if they bought something 3 years ago, it doesn't, they're not engaged.